Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Jangis and we are CodeSpeak Labs. Welcome to another hour of code video. Today I'm going to show you how to make a game about infrastructure. Yes, infrastructure. I know it sounds boring, it might seem like a big word, but this game is actually really fun. What is infrastructure? Infrastructure are all the buildings and facilities and the things that we use to live a normal modern life. So think of things like water towers, water supply so that we can take showers, wash our clothes. Think of things like buildings like schools, hospitals, police stations. All these things allow us to live a normal modern life. In today's project, we're going to make a game about building roads. Roads are a super important part of infrastructure. Roads connect our house to other houses, and they can connect us to our friends over there, and they can connect us to water so that we can get water, and they can get us to our school, and they can take us to the hospital, and they can take us to the airport. They can even take us all the way to the park, and these are all the infrastructure out there that is connected by a vast network of roads that can take us anywhere in the continent. Okay, so who builds these roads? Usually governments build roads, but they hire civil engineers to make sure that they have the most effective road possible. An effective road basically means, does the road connect point A to point B? That's basically it. If it does connect it, if it doesn't end, if the road doesn't end somewhere in the middle, then it is an effective road. It also needs to be an efficient road. So our tax money is going into building these roads. So we want to make sure that the least amount of money or the least amount of roads is used to connect point A to point B, right? And the more efficient it is, that means probably the shorter the road is going to be. Okay, road efficiency is super important. And you're going to see this in the game that we are building today. All right, let me show you what that looks like. All right, so this is the game that we're building today. Click on a green flag to get started. Now, I need to connect point A, the red square on the left side, to point B, which is the bluish square on the right side. And I can't just place this road anywhere. I have to start with point A. So I'll start with point A by building a road like this. Okay, the next one, I can do something like this. And the next one, remember guys, I can't place this anywhere but the previous road that I built. So click this one right here, awesome. And then this one goes here, and then this one goes there. Oh, I have one more road left. And if I can build that, yeah, I think I ran out over there. Let's try that one more time. Okay, I have 5 more pieces left. I'm doing pretty good right now. And if I can get here, awesome. And then I can, boom, and I win. Awesome. Yes. So friends, let's get right into it. You're gonna go to scratch.mit.edu and sign in. If you don't have an account, you can ask a grown-up to make you an account. And then click on create. Perfect. So we have Scratch the Cat right here. Yes. And we're going to get rid of Scratch the Cat by clicking on this little trash can at the bottom right there. And then it's bye-bye cat. Alright, so our step 1 of this project, step 1 is going to be draw point A and point B. To draw our own sprites, we're going to hover over this little cat over here and then click on the paintbrush. And we get something like this. Let's click on the square tool over here and draw a square. So you click and drag to draw the square. And quick tip, if you hold Shift on your keyboard, Shift, you can make sure that it's a very straight and perfect square. Alright, I think I'm going to make it a bit smaller like that. Yes, perfect. Then, friends, I can click on outline to change the outline of this square. I'm going to make it this red stick, which means no outline. Look out of there, and you'll see that it doesn't have that black outline anymore. Friends, use the arrow tool to select your square to move it around. I'm going to center it right here. And you can change the color of it too by clicking on fill, and I'm going to make this one red. Awesome. Now let's go back to code and add this code over here. When green flag clicked, go to random position and set X to minus 250. Yes, that is a code for this square. And whenever you click on a green flag, it's going to go to somewhere random on the left side. Friends, quick tip. When you make your own sprites, Scratch names them as sprite 1. Make sure that you change it to something relevant to what it is. This is point A. So I'm going to change the name of the sprite to point A. Okay, I have point A. Let's duplicate point A so that I can make a point B. I'm going to change the name of it to point B. And I'm going to change this minus 250 to 250. Now click on a green flag and you'll see that these two squares are on the both sides of the screen, but at random places. And I'm going to change the color of point B. To do that, let's go to costumes, select point B square, and change the fill of it to, I'm going to make it something like blue. Something like that. That's very blue. Got it. Alright. Okay, so we got step 1 through. Step 2. Make the road sprite. So this is where the most of our code is going to be. I'm going to take point B and duplicate it, just like I duplicated point A, and delete all the code in it. Let's call this sprite road, and then go to costumes, and I'm going to change the color of this sprite. Let me select it first. I gotta select it first, and then I'm going to make this, let's make it yellow, huh? It's like a yellow brick road. Okay. And friends, you can zoom out in the costume view by clicking on this minus sign down here. And let's copy and paste this square in the costume. So I'll click on copy over here and then paste. And then I can move that second square above the first one. And you can use the arrow keys on your keyboard, friends, to make sure that you're exact there. Let's copy and paste this again, and I can move this down with my arrow keys down here. I can use also the mouse to move it around. Awesome. Control C, Control V if you like to use a shortcut to make another square, and I have 4 squares to make a line. Awesome. Just like we duplicated point A to make point B, or how we duplicated point B to start building the road, I'm going to duplicate costume 1. So I right click on it and then duplicate. Now, let's make an L shape. I'll grab this square over here and move it there to make an L shape. Friends, these shapes are inspired from the game Tetris, so they might seem familiar. Let's duplicate costume 2, and this one is going to look a little bit different. It's going to be like a Z, I think. I'm not sure. Okay, and let's make another one. Duplicate that, and I'm gonna make this one like a square shape. Interesting. And I'm using the arrow tools to make sure that those squares are touching each other. All right, so this sprite has 4 costumes, and they're the shapes from the game Tetris. Now let's go to code and add this code. When green flag clicked, forever go to random position. So with this code, if you click on a green flag right now, it'll be something really cool. It'll just be this shape, this road shape going to random positions all the time. That's not what we want, but it's kind of cool. I'm clicking on stop to stop that. Change random position to mouse pointer, and then click on a green flag again. Now you'll see that the road shape is moving alongside with my mouse pointer. All right, let's zoom out a little bit here. All right, I'm going to go to Control next and grab if then block. go to sensing and grab mouse down and put it inside the diamond area over here. If mouse down, then we're gonna make a copy of this road. Let's go to control and scroll all the way down and find create clone of myself. This means when I click, when mouse is down, we're gonna put a clone, a copy of the road. Let's test this out. Click on a green flag and build something here, build something there. Yeah, wherever I click, I can place a road. Awesome. Which is great, yes. But it's not complete, right? Now, let's go to looks and grab next costume. This is gonna make it so that when I click, I go to the next costume, to the next shape, and when I click, I get another shape, click, another shape, click, another shape, click, another shape. It's cool. But here's the thing, whenever I click, I'm getting many shapes. When I click once, I'm getting also the L shape in there. So the computer thinks I'm clicking many times. To stop the computer from thinking that, I'm gonna grab wait 1 second and put it in here. All right. Okay, so we have a minimum viable product. You can use this code to build a road between the 2 points. But we have rules to this game. Like any game, we should be limited by rules, and we can build those rules into the code of this game. Nice, I did that. First, friends, I'm gonna create a variable. So on the very left side, you'll see variables. I'll click there and click on make a variable. Let's call this roads. And grab set my variable to 0, put it under when green flag clicked. And change my variable to roads. Set roads to 0 in the beginning of our program. If mouse down though, change roads by 1. Alright, so now whenever I click anywhere, I get a roads variable going up, and I can click once, and we get this slight pause there so that we don't click many objects in there. Awesome. Alright friends, this is where we get to do a little bit of surgery in coding. You see all these blocks, starting with change rows by 1. I'm going to take these 4 blocks and put it to the side. We're going to work with those later on. Inside here, I'm going to put an if then else. Alright. And inside the if then else, I'm going to put 2 ifs. One here and one there. Friends, I'm going to zoom only on this portion of the code that I have so far. And it might seem complicated because it is, but we have an if then block, and inside it an if then else block, and inside the if then else block we have 2 ifs. And these are called nested ifs. Make sure that your ifs are in the correct position. You can compare your code to my code and pause the video if you need to do so. But after we have this, we can start building the rules of our game. So in the beginning, if, I'm going to go to operators and grab this equal sign and put it here. If empty bubble equals 50. Go to variables and grab roads, put that inside the first bubble, and then make this 0. So if roads is 0, that means we just got started. That means if it's your first move, you have to be touching point A. If it's your first move, it's got to be point A. Else, if it's not your first move, you got to be touching the previous road. So I'm going to put this touching color block here. Click on the color, click on the eye droplet, and then click on your square over here, your piece of road. That's going to make sure that this color is exactly the same as the color of the road. Alright. Now, okay. This piece of code here, these 4 blocks, they're going to actually go in here and in here. This is called boiler code. Boiler code. It's a piece of code that repeats again and again in a game. Yeah. Boiler code, friends, is not a good thing. Let me put that in here too. Not a good thing. Because we want to build games with the least amount of blocks possible. We want to make sure that our code, just like our road, is efficient. We don't need to use that many blocks here. So I'm going to go to my blocks on the left side and make a block. This is going to make our code a lot more efficient. This block is going to be called build road. And then click on OK. And we get this thing called define build road. Let me move some stuff around. Define build road. So we're telling the computer, these 4 blocks, they can be all put into this one block called build road. So if touching point A and rows is 0, then build a road. If rows is not 0 and you're touching the previous road, then build a road. Awesome. This is going to allow me to add even more code to define build road. But you can test this out. Click on the green flag. Let me make this bigger. And let's start building. I can't click anywhere. I have to start with point A. Awesome. I still can't click anywhere. I have to continue the previous road that I built. Awesome. And then the next one. Okay, and then the next one. Awesome. Next one. Cool. Next one. Awesome. And then this. Alright. I built a road. It took me 7 roads to build this one, which is fine. But I can add even more bonus parts to this game. So, alright, okay. This next part, friends, is a bonus. Bonus. So the first bonus that we're going to do is winning condition. You win sign. I'm going to do this really quickly, friends. You can always pause. I'm going to click on a paintbrush here to make my own sprite. Build a text, and let's put you win, exclamation point. And I'm going to change a few things about this you win sign. I'm going to make it bigger. I'm going to change the color of it to something like this. I could even change the font of it. If you go to T, you can change the font of it to this. Nice. Alright, for the code of this you win sign, I'm on you win sign. Let's put this code. When green flag is clicked, hide. So in the beginning, this code will hide. But when I receive message 1, let's make this you win sign show. Go back to the road and put it in here. If, let's say, if touching point B, that's going to mean that you won. So we can go to events and grab broadcast message 1 and then stop. Stop all. Awesome. And friends, make this wait 1 second block at the very, very end of your project. And friends, I'm going to add one more thing just because I really like this. This is optional too. You can make it turn 90 degrees alongside next costume to make the road rotate a little bit each time. Alright, let's click on a green flag and test this out. I am here, okay, and then here, and then here, and then here, here, and here. And I win! Yes! And it took me, what is that? It took me 6 tries to do this. Awesome. Alright friends, that's basically it. Let's click on the share button to share our project. Title your road whatever you like. I'm going to call this one Build a Road. And give instructions. Click on the screen to place a road. Connect the red dot to the blue dot. And friends, I'm going to also say start with red dot and with blue dot. And I'm going to ask a question to my players here. It's like a challenge, how many roads did it take you to connect the 2 dots. That's the challenge that I'm giving to my players. And yeah, we can go ahead and play this out. Alright friends, so that's it for that game. Please leave a like to this video if you enjoyed it, and also subscribe if you'd like to see more and more of these kinds of tutorials. Again friends, my name is Jangis and we are CodeSpeak Labs. And if you'd like to subscribe and see more of our classes, you can always go to codespeaklabs.com/register to see our coding classes there. Yeah. Alright everyone, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.